Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome back yet to the last edition of the Regional Review. My name is Enzo Amuele, and today is the day of Reconciliation Day. Enjoy. Indeed, reconciliation brings harmony and peace amongst people. First up in our news, Amanda Crisis and her family that were evicted from former President's farm, Hifike Punye Pohamba, are finally being relocated to farm Ondera in Oshikoto region. Amanda says she's very happy that now she's off the corridors of the farm.
Ik kon niet letten maken. Dat is goed. Dat die drum daar gaan zitten en weet die goed loopt niet zo rond in die hele pad. Het is bijna goed. Ik is bijna blij daarover. Want als ik nou hier zo zit, dan voel ik me niet goed niet. Dus moest bij die pad. En al die goede loop moest nou aan die karren rijden moest nou. Hoe moet je nou maken? Ik zeg bijna dank dat ik daar moet gaan blijven. Maar Kavanagh moest gezegd, moest kan voor de tijd liggen. Eerst daar gaan blijven en dan zal ik nog voor onze plek kijken. Is ook goed zo. Maar als we gaan blijven en als het zo zin is goed, dan is het goed, man. Is net goed.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. We are here once again. As you might be aware that last week we came here to assess the situation regarding the farmers who have been living in the corridors here and have been evicted from a farm. And we have been consulting all relevant stakeholders to make sure that eventually we get an amicable solution to this issue. Having consulted widely, as we promised last week, that we have to make sure that we see this program through. So today we are here to commence officially the relocation of this family to Farm Ondera in Oshikoto region. We already spoke about it, and the constituency councillor of the Guinness constituency is on the ground, making sure that everything else is ready, and he is awaiting that once the truck is dispatched, he will be the one to receive it that side, and after receiving that, he would eventually make sure that he takes them to the farm that they settle. We also prepared in advance a trip through which the family went to assess the temporary location area, because remember that this is a temporary arrangement until such time that we can get a permanent solution, preferably which is a resettlement farm. But you know that the demand and supply issue is affecting everybody else. However, once they have visited the farm, they have actually did the pump testing to determine the availability of water, underground water, because there is already a borehole that they are provided. And out of this borehole, they managed to get some real good water. And they have their pumps already with them, because as you know that they have been farming for some time now. So we are looking forward to a successful program, whereby today it's a commencement of the whole program, where we are busy relocating them now straight to Farm Ondera in Oshikoto region.
The efforts of the Office of the Governor are indeed visible, as the office made sure that the family is successfully relocated. Next up in our news, the Namibian Police Force celebrated its 31st anniversary and also its National Police Day here in Otjiwarongo. And the day is set to commemorate the police force and to ensure that they adhere to their safety protocols.
Have this opportunity to join you and those of your families in this ceremony today, and make a few remarks during this memorable occasion that marks the 31st anniversary of the Namibian Police Force, and at the same time the commemoration of the Police Day, which is normally held on the 26th of November. It is indeed an important day which symbolizes the significant role that the Namibian Police Force played over the years, and also serves as a reminder of the mammoth task placed upon the force to ensure the safety and security of all people in Namibia. Hence, allow me to highlight, in terms of police leadership, manpower strength, expansion of policing services, and other related developments on the trajectory of the last 31 years of the Namibian police existence. Director of Ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen, since independence in 1990, the Namibian police force was fortunately served by 4 inspector generals. This way, the Lieutenant General retired Pete Fauché, who served from 1990 till 1992. Lieutenant General retired Josiah Raunga Antima, who served from 1992 to 1995. The late Lieutenant General retired Lucas Pedro Sangula, of course deceased, who served from 1995 to 2005, and then the current or the incumbent Lieutenant General Sebastian Haitota Leitunga, who served from 2005 to date. These are the Inspector Generals who laid the formidable foundation of the Namibian police force that we are proud of today. I recall at the establishment of the Namibian police force, its personnel strength was only 800 men and women in uniform. Over the years, the number has been gradually growing from strength to strength, and as we speak, the force has reached a strength of 14,800 men and women, thanks to the government of the Republic of Namibia that had prioritized and availed resources over the years to achieve this growth.
It is indeed beautiful to see how the Namibian police are parading and saluting towards the commanders and so forth. Next up in our news, the Kalkveld Farmers Association held a demonstration on 13th of December to demonstrate against the stock theft that's happening in the Kalkveld area. The Kalkveld area has lost cattle up to, or livestock up to the tune of 1.3 million. And Carl Kunter, the farmers vice chairperson, said that this is becoming a very concerning issue as it affects all the farmers in Kalkveld areas and also affects the economy at large.
Underneath that, where I'm executive of. So, no bail for stock theft. No bail for stock theft. No bail for stock theft. Pete, thank you very much that you came. I appreciate. He will honor that, because when our cattle has been stolen, Blauberg, Agra, all of them, our live auctioneers, they will feel our loss in cattle. So, no bail for stock theft. No bail for stock theft. I just want to mention, I'm very grateful that we have such a lot of people coming to that demonstration. I see faces from Grootfontein, from Otavi, from Willemstal, from Omaruru, from Okahanya. There are people from Windhoek, there are people from Gobabes. Thank you very much. Let us give a hand to these people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And again, no bail for stock theft. No bail for stock theft. No bail for stock theft. Myself, I'm Günther Kahl. I'm a farmer in the Kalkveld region. I'm farming next to the M63, that is the big gravel road going to Ucho. I'm an executive of the NAU, and I'm the vice chairman of Kalkveld Farmers Association. Next to me, it is our chairman, Volker Heft. He will hand to you the petition, and I will hand to you the criminal records with everything on it. The loss we have, the cattle, with the CR numbers, everything together. So,
the members are indeed very serious and objecting to bail, and which was actually very successful. The suspects are remanded in custody, 3 of them which are male and 1 a lady. The lady was luckily released on bail. Next up in our news, the Namibia Road Safety Council visited the office of the governor to brief the governor on the activities that they run and campaigns that they run at roadblocks countrywide. This initiative is to create awareness and educate road users all over the country.
You create the problem is emerging from Thomas region. It's true. The highest population numbers in terms of vehicular population is in Windu. We are close to 1 million now. Those vehicles, the owners of those vehicles have households elsewhere. And where do they cross through? They cross through your region, and then they create problems. And especially where there's a high number of vehicle population, especially festive seasons. There's a lot of congestion, people are taking chances, people are negligently overtaking. As we are just coming from Windhoek, there was a near accident just right in front of us. There were 2 pickups overtaking us. And now, if they overtake us, they must be at 140. We are at 120 kilometers per hour. And at the same time that this smaller pickup was overtaking, the other one was also behind the smaller pickup. The smaller pickup did not observe that there's another vehicle overtaking at the same time, and wanted to overtake the car just right in front of us again. Got in, wanted to overtake, and there was a near accident there. But fortunately enough, they avoided the accident. And those are the kind of things we do on the road to observe what is happening, and then we report to the law enforcement, and the law enforcement can then take corrective action. And those are the activities that we do at the moment on the road. Thank you.
No, it's interesting, brother. The situation on the roads is really not what you would have expected. But as you know that attitude, behaviors of drivers plays a major role on the road. Somebody would start off late and they would want to rush to make up that time lost. And as a result, in the process, a lot of things can go wrong. And then there are individuals who might be under the influence of substances. Those are contributing factors. Vehicles then are not in good condition. All these are contributing factors. Stray animals that are on the road during night times. And. So really, I'm very pleased that yourself as National Road Safety Council, your focus is much on awareness creation and see how best you can create that awareness and mobilize accordingly within the sector, that the necessary measures are put in place. And the most important part is that how you are coordinating with the Namibian police and the municipality traffic officers as well. That is a key component because they cannot be at every corner and any corner. You can be everywhere and anywhere now and then. So with complementary efforts, I'm sure that we are able to derive a most practical way of doing it, and that we can arrive at the best result.
It is indeed a great initiative as we approach the festive season, and we caution all road users to be very vigilant on the road. Next up in our news, the election of office bearers at Otjwarongo municipality that were scheduled to take place on the 14th of December were again called off after SWAPO party council members failed to show up, and now the elections are postponed. The Magistrate Muyego postponed the elections to the 14th of January.
Allowing me the opportunity to talk. I have seen the letter, and I understand that these members are on the SWAPO party ticket to either attend or not to attend. The reasons cited in the letter to myself personally do not hold sufficient. I
think for the sake of this meeting, we're not supposed to allow any deliberations or discussions. And I think I want to advise in such regard the presiding officer, because in the previous circumstance, that's exactly what happened, and then it was adjourned. And I want us to actually just stick to that specific purpose, that no other debate is allowed at this meeting, for the sake of the meeting itself. And I want to advise the presiding officer in that regard, at least speak to that specific question.
Your Worship, my point which I want to make is just based on your power as the presiding officer to ensure that all laws and the Namibian Constitution is protected and adhered to at all times during this proceeding specifically. And that's what I actually just want to touch on, is the reasons behind this not attendance of the members of the SAPA party. No regulation has been gazetted regarding attendance of meeting to my knowledge, and also that none of those councillors has tested positive for COVID to my knowledge. And based on the oath that we all undertook the day when we were sworn in as councillors to the Archipelago Council and the people we serve, we are supposed to be able to perform our duties diligently, honestly and effectively to the best of our abilities. And hence I would like to request, make a proposition for the adjournment, as a lot of time has already been wasted postponing it to this date already, to maybe postpone it and adjourn it to later in this day if possible. That's my request I would like to submit. Thank you.
The difficulty that I have is that it was made known clear already that today was the date for the meeting. The other difficulty that I have is that trying to understand the reason why we are not here, that members are not here. I do understand the issue of us not going into that issue of what is going on with them. It's unfortunate they are not here to answer. It's unfortunate that the members themselves did not personally inform the CEO but came from someone else. So I can also not comment to the content of that letter and test and say that it's reasonable or unreasonable that they're not here.
That was it from our news segment. Now we head over to our interview with Eddie Kohobetsi, who is one of the founders of Omake Charity Foundation.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Eddie Kohobetsi from Omake Charity Organization. I'm one of the founding members of Omake Charity Organization, which was founded in 2018, and it was officially launched by the then Minister of Poverty Eradication and Social Welfare, Honorable Kamieta, in 2018. So our primary focus, before I perhaps go there, is that I am the chairperson of the organization. Our primary focus is to set up a stay-in welfare and disability center in Oshotanjupa region. Now, over and above that is that we have various initiatives for us to arrive at that primary goal. We have various events like the Back to School Drive, we have the Winter Drive, we then have a fun day throughout the year, and as well as a fun run and cycling event. So now, as we all know, due to the pandemic the past 2 years, we have also been affected in the sense that we could not hold these events to generate funds so we can give back to the community, and at the same time also to save up to put up the stay-in welfare and disability center. Now, why a stay-in welfare and disability center? The reason is basically is that we have made several studies through the Ministry of Gender, and we have actually established that there is so many kids that are living from social grants. Now, that in itself will not solve the issue of poverty, which we also want to complement government efforts to eradicate poverty. So the idea behind the Stay-in Welfare and Disability Center is to see as to whether we can take in kids subject to the resources at hand, take them through school, let them get a proper education. They can either start a business, become an entrepreneur, or have a decent job. By so doing, the poverty in that respective family will end with that specific individual generation. So now, as I have said, is that we have these various initiatives throughout the year. We are mainly dependent from sponsorships. So we really appeal to the corporate and the business people and the community at large to hold hands with us and see as to it is possible for them to give us donations so that we can, in return, help those that are vulnerable within our community. We have assisted communities as far as Noord-Oever by giving them a school there, sanitary pads. We have assisted several towns like in Walvisbaai during that major fire breakout where it was at Tualoloka, and as well as in Okakarara, in Kunene, in Ocho, Enochvarongo, Kalkveld. So those are just some of the towns that we have really tried to help with the various assistance that we also got from corporate companies. So the fun run and cycling event is really one of our marquee events. It really draws various crowds from other towns like Windhoek, Walvisbaai, Tsumeb to support us. And I will also urge that whoever wants to support these initiatives can either go on to our social media pages, which is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can find us there at Omake_charity. And just inbox us. We'll try to reach out to you and respond to you and see as to whether we can help. And in return, we also then ask humbly from the corporate world to support our initiatives. We currently don't have any permanent sponsors for any of our events. So mainly we try to source it from friends, family, and associates that supports us, and to make these events a reality.
Indeed, a great initiative there by Mr. Eddie. Now we head over to our weather report.
Looking at the weather for the central north, both Okahanya and Otjiwarongo can expect sunny and hot conditions for the next week. Milder temperatures and some clouds are forecast for Tsumeb and Grootfontein. However, extreme heat is expected at Okakarara for the next few days as well as late next week. Take care!
Well, viewers, we have come to the end of our exciting edition of the Regional Review. My name is Enzo Amuele, and I hope to see you guys again next year, and as we knock off with our shows for the year. And have a great festive season, and enjoy your Christmas, and Happy New Year's.